Have you ever been absolutely 100% certain about a memory, only to discover that the reality is completely different? Like you'd bet your life on it, but the world tells you you're wrong? If so, you might have experienced the Mandela Effect. And trust me, you are not alone. Let's start with the one that gave this whole phenomenon its name. Do you remember Nelson Mandela, the iconic South African leader dying in prison in the 1980s? Do you recall seeing news clips about his funeral on TV back then? A huge number of people share this exact memory. The only problem? It never happened. Nelson Mandela was released from prison in 1990, became president of South Africa, and passed away in 2013. So, how can so many people from all over the world with no connection to each other remember the same event that never occurred? This is the core of the mystery we're diving into today. Is it just a simple case of mass misremembering, or is something far stranger going on? Let's test your memory with a few more classics. Think about the famous line from Star Wars, Episode 5. What does Darth Vader say to Luke Skywalker after revealing he's his father? Most people will confidently quote, "Luke, I am your father." It's one of the most iconic lines in cinema history, right? Well, go back and watch the scene. What Vader actually says is, "No, I am your father." There's no Luke. Mind-blowing, isn't it? How about another one? The beloved children's book series, The Berenstain Bears. Or is it The Berenstein Bears? For millions, that E before the N feels undeniably correct. They remember seeing it on the cover of every book they read as a child. Yet, every single copy, past and present, is spelled Berenstain with an A. It feels wrong, doesn't it? It's like someone went back and edited your childhood. And it doesn't stop there. What about that classic movie with the comedian Sinbad playing a genie? You know the one, Shazam? People can recall specific scenes, the movie poster, even the feeling of watching it on VHS. The crazy part? That movie does not exist. It never has. People often confuse it with the movie Kazam starring Shaquille O'Neal, but they swear they are two different films. Yet, there is absolutely no evidence that Shazam was ever made. So what's happening here? Are we all just collectively losing our minds? The simplest explanation, and the one most psychologists and skeptics lean towards, is a quirk of human memory. Our brains are not perfect recording devices. They're more like editors, constantly filling in gaps, making associations, and sometimes just getting things wrong. This is called confabulation. Your brain takes bits and pieces of real information, like Sinbad being a popular comedian in the 90s and there being a movie about a genie, and it constructs a false, but plausible, memory. For Berenstain, the Stein ending is much more common in names, so our brain corrects it to what it expects to see. For Vader's line, the Luke adds context and makes the quote more direct when repeated out of context, so it naturally got added over time. It seems logical. It's a clean, scientific explanation. But it just doesn't feel satisfying for a lot of people, does it? The sheer number of people sharing these identical false memories makes it feel like something more is at play. And that's where the theories get really interesting and venture into the realm of science fiction. One of the most popular theories is the idea of parallel universes or alternate realities. This theory, rooted in concepts from quantum mechanics, suggests that there isn't just one timeline but an infinite number of them, all branching off from one another. In this view, the Mandela Effect is what happens when we or our consciousness slide or shift from one reality to another, very similar one. So perhaps in the universe we came from, Nelson Mandela did die in the 80s, and it was spelled Berenstain. We've just ended up in a slightly different version of reality, but we carry the residual memories from our original timeline. It's a fascinating thought that our memories aren't false, they're just from a different here. Then there's the simulation theory. What if our entire reality is a highly advanced computer simulation, like a cosmic version of The Sims? If that's the case, then the Mandela Effect could be seen as a glitch in the matrix, a bug in the code, or perhaps even a software update. Maybe the developers of our simulation changed a few minor details, a movie line here, a brand name there, and we are the ones who are noticing the patch notes. It would explain why the changes seem so trivial and why they appear so suddenly. These are the moments where we see the code behind the curtain. Another related idea comes from large-scale experiments, like the Large Hadron Collider at CERN. Some theorists propose that when scientists smash particles together at near the speed of light, they could be creating tiny black holes or ripples in the fabric of space-time, subtly altering our reality. The argument is that these high-energy experiments might have inadvertently merged our timeline with a neighboring one, creating these little inconsistencies that we perceive as the Mandela Effect. Could our quest for scientific understanding be rewriting our own past? It's a dramatic thought, but one that captures the imagination. So, what are we left with? Is it faulty human memory? A simple psychological quirk that affects us all? Or is it evidence of something profound about the nature of our existence? Parallel worlds, a digital simulation, or the unintended consequences of scientific discovery? The truth is, nobody knows for sure. And that's what makes the Mandela Effect so captivating. It's a mystery that lives inside our own heads. It forces us to question the one thing we feel we should be able to trust: our own memories. It is a personal phenomenon that connects us to a global community of people all asking the same question. Wait, you remember it that way too? Whether it's a glitch in our minds or a glitch in the universe, it's a reminder that reality might not be as solid and straightforward as it seems. It invites us to be curious, to question, and to wonder. So the next time you have a memory that the world disagrees with, don't just dismiss it. Maybe, just maybe, you're remembering a world that used to be. What's the biggest Mandela effect that has shaken you? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. If you enjoyed this journey down the rabbit hole, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more mysteries, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and keep questioning everything.